You are locked in. My name is Alex and welcome back to Keylog, the series in which we delve into the newest, the freshest releases in the bass music sphere. And today we have a full project from the legend himself, the Vegetable King, Infekt. Released on his own label, Port Zero, we have an 8-track EP, Organic Dubstep. Now, there was 2 singles released from this EP. One I liked, being Obscure Vibe with Barely Alive, and one I wasn't the biggest fan of, the title track, Organic Dubstep. But I'm still excited to see where this EP can go, because when it comes to Infekt and his longer projects, he always has that little bit of experimentation, which often ends up being almost the best track from the entire EP. I'm excited to see what he comes up with. So, starting with the title track, Organic Dubstep. Now this is the track I wasn't a huge fan of. It had his very usual minimal, bouncy, groovy sort of rhythm style, but I just couldn't really groove with it. But maybe my thoughts have changed. But as always, his vocals are some of the most memorable in the dubstep scene currently. Finally, Organic Dubstep. See what I mean? It's minimal, but it's fun. Ooh. Wait, I'm kind of rocking with this time. Those climbs. You know what? I think I've changed my mind on this track. Maybe it is like actually knowing it. I don't know. Second drop. The fucking double kicks. So this is where Infekt normally falls off a little bit for me. His second drops don't really hit as hard as the first. It's not as infectious. Right, title track, Organic Dubstep. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't a massive fan of this song when I first heard it. When it came out a couple weeks back, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But hearing that again, the first drop especially, it's very fun. It's got Infekt's minimal but very bouncy sort of style. And hearing it again was actually really quite refreshing. It is him in full flow, and I appreciate that massively. But it's the second drop I have the issue with. It's quite similar to the first. Yeah, although the second drop isn't my favourite, that first drop does slyly want me to go back to it. So let's move to the second track of the EP, Obscure Vibe with Barely Alive. It's a vibe. I mean, that intro is so classic. It's a vibe, ain't it? On the grind, ain't it? Vibe, ain't it? I fucking love those little drum fills. It's so subtle, but it works so incredibly well. That fucking sustain. And those barely alive growls, timeless, bro. Timeless. That little motif there. It's so good. It is a vibe. It is a vibe. Vibe, ain't it? Vibe. Oh, and just like that, it's gone. Obscure Vibe with Barely Alive. What a vibe song. No, it's so catchy. It's such a catchy song, and it perfectly blends their sort of styles. Barely Alive especially is incredible with collabs because his sound design is so iconic. Those growls, like I said, are timeless. They can be used in any fucking song and they work. And Infekt's usual bounce, usual vibe just fucking works with it really well. What else is there left to say? It's a vibe, ain't it? Next track, straight away. So going into the first track I haven't heard yet, we have Oh Yeah, with 2 H's. All these drums. that's really fun already. Right, let's see what the first drop's like. Oh yeah. It's very minimal, isn't it? I don't know how to feel about those random intersection like lows. Not the biggest fan of it. It's very jittery. Those drops. I like the fucking but it's not used enough, surely. It's a lot of the do. And because it's Infekt, I'm not too excited for the second drop. Let's see how it goes though. Oh yeah. Oh look, it's descending. I'm sure it's like a good rave tool, but I'm not vibing with it, I'll be honest. It's easy to move along with, but that's just Infekt's style. Infekt's style is really good at moving you, even though it's so simple. It's just one of those things where you just go. So that was Oh Yeah. Oh, I don't know what to say. It's very simple. It's very simple from him. I like the intros. The intro was the best part, I'll be honest. The weird ticking percussion that was clearly processed in a way to make it very unique, and those it had me excited, that sort of anticipation for a more fun sort of filled drop, but he withheld it and made it more of an Infekt sort of stuttery, sort of more gun approach. It's not, gun's never really the right word because it's not tarot, it's trench. So trigger warning for all you trench lot, I am gonna say rhythm quite a bit because put my hand up, there's not much difference in it, but that's besides the point. Let's move on. He's been doing these like really like bright intros that sort of just like jump scare you, shove you right into it. Let's check out this banger is a banger. Check out this banger. Oh, it's I don't know how to. It's very small. I don't know how to expand on that. Check out this. Ooh. You know how Chime sort of made the micro drop thing a thing? This feels like an Infekt style take on it. Minus the tiny snare. Yeah, it's... I'm going to be saying it a lot, aren't I? It's a very Infekt song. So far, I'm not fucking with it. I like the little fill like switches he does. I like these little minimal bits. Check out this banger. Do I think it's a banger? Not really. It's not a bad song, don't get me wrong, but it's a song that loses a lot of its oomph. I don't know, the percussion isn't, in my opinion, strong enough. The flow switches are fun, but they do get very repetitive. Yeah, I'm not really vibing with that one, I'll be honest. Infekt's style, honestly, over the years, it's sort of become less and less. I don't know how to describe it. Whereas in, like, say the High Score EP, that was 6 amazing tracks. I love that EP so much. It's one of the first EPs that got me into rhythm, and I go back to that EP even today. Even though it's, what, 6, 7 years old? It's at the point now where style's sort of starting to wear off on me, that little bit. But it could all change. Next up we have the Modal Nodes collab. And Modal Nodes is one of those artists that just sort of came out of nowhere and everyone fucking loved them. I couldn't get away from them. Whenever I went down my repost list in SoundCloud, I could never get away from them. And it wasn't until I heard Unnatural by them where I was like, huh, maybe this Star Wars rhythm thing isn't half bad. And then their EP on Port Zero came out earlier this year, and that sort of flipped my mind entirely on them, as that pretty much that entire EP is very, very good. So let's get on with it. This is Infekted by Infekt and Modal Nodes. That sound is already like their styles mixed together really well. It's very Modal Nodes, but very Infekt as well.
They must have infected the clones.
Oh. Isn't that used in another Modal Nodes song? Ah, those drum fills. See, that's the difference. As soon as the drum fill comes in, I'm fucking locked in. I love Modal Nodes' like grungy, gurgly sort of sound design. And you've got, there's Infekt. I was gonna say you can hear the Infekt in there. Like, why? Yeah, that's a fun one. It didn't have me at start, but as soon as that drum fill came in and more like electrifying like B section, it was a lot longer than the first section, but yeah, it locked me in. Fake up, yeah. Oh, that's so grungy. It is. Oh, those drum fills. Those quick bits. Oh my god. The slower bits are so much better than the quick bits. What I'm beginning to notice is that these songs are quite quick, aren't they? But yeah, for a Modal Nodes collab, that did have a lot of both their styles in there. You had the more Infekty, sort of, not reverbed, but very like drawn out sound design with Modal Nodes is more grungy, gurgly sort of style of rhythm, and the drum fills. If Modal Nodes didn't have the drum fills, I don't think I'd like them nearly as much as I do. I fucking love the quick sort of snappy sort of drum fills that they added to most of their songs. They add so much flavour and so much style. But if there was one part which I'm like, I wasn't a huge fan, it's the quick sort of patterns that wah, 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 wah. They've already been used in that exact same pattern in another Modal Nodes song. See what I mean? That it's been done by them before, and I believe in Unnatural it works so much better. But again, not a bad song, and it's a really good merge of their styles. So Good on them. Next track. Oh yeah. So this is Entropy. It's a fun take on the title as well. I'm never really a huge fan of that sort of sound, but if used well, I'm sure it would work. I don't mind this little melody as well. It's a fun pattern. Yeah, that's fun. You know what it reminds me of? Okay, we're gonna stay. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, it reminds me of Brainwash by Moley. The sort of voice in that. It reminds me of that. Those bits especially. Ooh. Oh yeah, that pattern. Oh, there's little stuttery bits in that out of the first 4 bars. That's fun. That is really fun. Honestly, standout song so far. That's a really fun song, and as I said in the beginning, I wasn't a massive fan of that sort of wee sound, unless it's used well, and that is a perfect case of when it is used well. Those patterns are really fun, and once you get moving, yeah, yeah, and those the sort of longer sort of second halves to those drops with a yeah. Those are definitely my favourite parts of the song. But those little minor additions in the second drop, that first bar, that's the sort of little bits, those little bits of audio candy which you're like, yeah, I'm gonna want to go back to that song. Let's move on to Catch This. This is my favorite. I think this is my. Those sounds are fun, and then drop. What's this? That feel was lovely. I'm appreciating this change of pace. Oh. Those tonal touches are really fucking me up. Yeah, I mean, I said at the very beginning how his experimentation is some of his best moments, and that isn't exactly what I'm on about. I don't know how else to prove it, because that's a lot of fun. It is very similar to the first drop, but God, it is fun. Oh, those fills. Clap. Oh, there's tonal. Again, I love when he does the new stuff, man. I'm a big fan of whatever those tonal, like, plucky bits are. Yeah, that's going into a playlist. It's so catchy. It's so memorable. And that's what I want from an Infekt song. I want it to be infectious. I want it to grip me and make me fucking hum it for the rest of the day. Cold. It's hard to come up with anything really negative about it. I suppose the second drop is basically the exact same. But with an idea like that, and the execution isn't bad either, you end up having a really, really just nice song to sort of just vibe with, and it's a vibe, ain't it? Moving on to the final track, we have The Tech. Ooh, a more melodic intro, if you'd count this as melodic. Ooh, that little descending. Let's see what this has to entail. It's like the in-between between melodic and not heavy, but a bit more of a groove in that second bit. Huh, okay. See, this is where I'm not the biggest fan of this side of Infekt's experimentation. The more melodic stuff. And I don't even know if I'd call this melodic. It's on the cusp of being both melodic and not at the same time. That's better. I like those little do. It makes it sound heavier than it's not, but it's certainly an end to the EP. There wasn't a lot of words I could sort of wrap my brain into saying there. I'm not a fan of it, but I can see where you're trying to go with it. I prefer the second drop with the yeah. I'm not a fan of those like sustained sort of chord like synths. I don't know if it's just the idea isn't messing with me, or there's something with the production which I'm not a fan of, but I can't wrap around my head why I'm not liking it. It's very much similar to other melodic attempts by Infekt, and some work really well, but others they just don't sit like that for me. And that is a perfect example of what doesn't sit right with Infekt's style, in my opinion, when he attempts this more melodic stuff. So overall, that EP is Infekt to a T. And for me, it's a very hit or miss. He is a legend, don't get me wrong. He has been doing this style of music for so long, and he's so good at it. And he's so consistent. He pumps out at least an EP every year. And for an artist who is now running his own label, who's touring pretty much all the time, it's very impressive. And it's long EPs as well. That was, again, 8 tracks. Granted, they are all just shy of 3 minutes. But yeah, for an EP overall, that was alright. It was an alright EP from him. I've got to say, there's only like 3-4 tracks I actually like. Obscure Vibe, it's so catchy, it's so memorable, and it's a perfect example of how Barely Live and Infekt can work together. Next, the Modal Nodes collab Infekted. That is just, it's full of flavour. It's full of that sort of Modal Node sort of grunginess with Infekt, sort of more bouncy style, and it works really well. Entropy, I think, is my standout track here. It's a lot more fun than the rest of the tracks. It's the flow is sort of whereas in the beginning, whereas those long drawn out whoys, it subverted my expectations when it came with that sort of fun, more energetic patterns, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed it. And then Catch This, which is, I think, it's my second favourite from the entire album actually, where it's the tonal touches, man. They carry that song entirely. Having it being the experimental track of the EP as well. At least in my opinion, it is the most experimental track, at least for Infekt standards. It works really well, and I'm vibing with it. But as always, I want to hear from you lot. How did you find the Organic Dubstep EP? What was your favourite out of the 8 tracks? Did you enjoy the experimentation of the last 3, and did you enjoy the collabs we got? What was your standout from this 8-track EP? And finally, if you think I've missed anything from this month, or you just want me to check out something, drop in the comments below and I'll maybe review it in a catch-up crew at the end of the month. As always, stay safe, keep keyed in.